Hey y'all, it's your girl Breezy, and you know I love to run my mouth. So I just want to hit you with a few hot things I've seen on social media or in the blogs. But before I do that, make sure that you subscribe to the channel. Make sure that you hit that notification bell so that you can be notified every time I come to run my mouth. Please be sure to like the video and make sure you comment so I can hear what you got to say.
Okay, so I'm just home by myself today. Again, as usual. I'm okay with most things, but today something hit. I don't know what hit, but I look terrible because I've been crying. And yesterday I went to try to go have Botox and shit, and they bruised me like, I don't know. But it's been 15 or longer years since I got left Hulk Hogan, and my family is in the worst mess. Brooke doesn't talk to us. She's had twins. She got married. She didn't tell us. She had twins. She didn't tell us. She had a huge fight with Terry. I don't know how that reflected onto me, but she cut me out too. I haven't talked to her for 7 years, almost 8 years now. And God bless Nick. He's still such a good boy.
Now, Linda girl. Linda girl. So y'all just saw that video. This is Hogan. Linda Hogan, the ex-wife of Hulk Hogan, who she referred to as Terry. Now, right now, people like me don't fool with Hulk Hogan. But back in the day, Hulk Hogan was that man. If you was into wrestling and what, Hulk Hogan was that dude. And I, always being a reality TV junkie, actually watched their show when they had, I don't remember what the name of the show was, but they had a reality show, I think on VH1, if I'm not mistaken. And I'll look up and I'll put a little screen something for y'all about their TV show. But girl, Linda, listen, listen. You know exactly why Brooke is not talking to you. Her having a falling out with Terry don't have anything to do with why she not talking to you. Don't try to spin that like, oh, she not talking to Terry, so I don't know how that trickled down to me. No, you did something. She don't fool with none of y'all. And Nick, he's always been a good boy. Nick had his problems too. Y'all all had y'all problems and a little bit of woo, cuckoo, cuckoo. Girl, please, don't get on here crying, barely crying, because, baby, I didn't even see you. You was squeezing them eyes so hard trying to get them tears to come out. Lay off the Botox. You talking about you tried to get Botox and they bruised your face. That bruise was an indication that, girl, you need to not do that. Because you look like life has really done its 1-2 on you. Put its tap shoes on and did a 6, 7, and 8. Save us from this. We don't need to hear this. We don't care. It's been 15 years since you divorced the Hulk. Girl, no one cares. Tell this to your therapist. You did not need to tell Instagram or social media about how much of a mess things are. Tell it to your therapist so that you can fix the actual problem instead of coming on here trying to squeeze out some tears from your girl. What is going on with your face? And I don't mean just be talking about it, but Linda, what is going on with your face? Do y'all care about what Linda Hogan talking about? Let me know down in the comments. All right, y'all. We got 2 Dollar Tree stories. So the first Dollar Tree story is about these prices that are going up once a daggone again. Okay, so the top boss at Dollar Tree has spoken out after shoppers have begun noticing items previously costing $1.25 surging up to $1.75. So we're going from $1.25 to $1.75. Hold on, because this don't went. The CEO outlined two main factors behind the price increases and promised to continue to provide value to shoppers on a budget. Dollar Tree, originally named only $1, started by selling products for just $1, but has slowly raised its price point to combat inflation and increasing operational costs. The chain increased prices from a dollar The chain increased prices to $1.25 in 2021 and also launched higher priced items costing $3 and $5 under its Dollar Tree Plus section. The discount chain has also rolled out three pricing models: Dollar Tree 1.0, 2.0, and 3.0, and now sells items ranging from $1.25 to $7. While the vast majority of the items remain priced at the base $1.25 price, customers have begun to spot more recent increases to $1.50, $1.75 on certain products. For example, shoppers have noticed a price uptick to $1.50 on food items such as ramen, bread, and buns. Others have seen reading glasses rise from $1.20 to $1.50 as well. Kitchen essentials such as foil wrap and foil pans have reportedly risen to $1.75. Dollar Tree CEO Michael Creedon spoke out on the price changes at the company's 2024 quarter. Dollar Tree CEO Michael Creedon spoke out on the price changes at the company's 2024 fourth quarter earnings call. He noted that the new price points beyond the base $1.25 were being leveraged as a tool to mitigate the impact of tariffs and rising costs. Other strategies Dollar Tree has implemented include negotiating with suppliers and even eliminating certain products. Creedon admitted that while there was still a great deal of uncertainty regarding how the trade war would impact Dollar Tree, the team was continuously looking for ways to mitigate the impact, including its multi-pricing strategy. In terms of the different price points, we look at that value, explained the CEO. We look at convenience and we look at discovery and we say, where can we offer that and maybe move on some pricing as part of not just tariffs, but as an inflationary cost environment that we've got to mitigate. And so that's where you're seeing that work, where it makes sense. So that's where you're seeing that work where it makes sense. And I think we're positioned better than we ever have before. And I think we're positioned better than we ever have before to manage what is a very uncertain and volatile arena that we're in. So how do you all feel about Dollar Tree's prices going up again? Because that, is going to eat up what you get to buy out of the store, because now 50 more cents is going towards this one item as opposed to it going towards the second item. I'm still going to be shopping at the Dollar Tree, but that is disheartening. Now, while we talk about the Dollar Tree is also selling Family Dollar. All right, so because I talked about that price hike for so long, I'm not going to stay on this story about Dollar Tree selling Family Dollar. But basically, Dollar Tree for a decade has had the Family Dollar in their chain of stores. They tried to fold them into their business. It didn't work out. They've now sold Family Dollar for $1 billion. One of their managing directors said that they bit off more than they could chew when they bought Family Dollar, and that they've sold it so that they can focus on the Dollar Tree business. And that's basically it. I don't know if a lot of you all shop at Family Dollar and at Dollar Tree, but of course, stuff at Family Dollar to me is so high. Like, I run in there every now and again, but it's so high anyway. Like, I'm sure that's probably why they're losing money. Who's shopping at Family Dollar when you can shop at Dollar Tree. Anywho, what y'all think about Family Dollar being sold by Dollar Tree to a private firm? Let me know your thoughts. Run your mouth down there. All right, y'all, get into this. A Kansas babysitter checking for monsters under a child's bed discovered a grown man hiding beneath it. The Barton County Sheriff's Office reported receiving a disturbance call around 10:30 p.m. on March 24th. The babysitter stated that upon finding the man, an altercation ensued during which she and a child were knocked over. The suspect fled before deputies arrived. The next morning, authorities searching the area located the suspect, identified as 27-year-old Martin Villalobos Jr. After a brief chase, he was apprehended. Villalobos, a former resident of the home, was under a protection order barring him from the property. He is now in the Barton County Jail facing multiple charges, including aggravated kidnapping, child endangerment, and violating protection order. Villalobos is being held on a $500,000 bond. I'll be doggone. How scary is that? You are babysitting. They didn't even say how old the babysitter was. I wonder how old the babysitter was. You're babysitting, and the child say it's monsters under the bed, baby, and it's actually somebody under there. I know in a million years she didn't think that she was going to discover anybody under that bed because kids just be talking sometimes. Oh my goodness. Y'all tell me what would y'all do? Tell me what would you do if you checked under your child's bed, or even if this scenario, your babysitter calls you and tells you that, hey, I checked under the bed for what I thought was going to be a monster that didn't exist, and oh boy was up under there. I wonder if he was a stepdad or what. What were you going to accomplish, young man, by being under the bed? Child, tell me what y'all think about that. All right, y'all. So we got some new things coming to TV. Let me know if you think you'll watch. So, following the success of the Seven Deadly Sins movie franchise, Lifetime announces the all-new Temptations movie franchise from Derek Williams and Adrian Hopper Williams, executive producers for DNA Media Group. Desire, a Temptation story, stars NAACP Image Award nominee Tasha Smith and NAACP Award winner Adrian Holmes. So you all know Tasha Smith, very well known actress, very well known for her Tyler Perry character. What was Angela in the Why Did I Get Married series, those two movies. And then Adrian Holmes plays Uncle Phil on not sitcom, on the drama Bel Air. So they're premiering Saturday, April 19th at 7 Central. Smith stars as Kendra, an inspirational talk show host who, after a whirlwind vacation romance, gives into her temptations and spontaneously marries her new suitor, Malcolm, who's played by Holmes, only to discover her desires have led her down a dangerous path. Desire also stars Jamal Johnson, Milan Tesfagazi, I don't know if I'm saying that right, Miranda Edwards, Everett Golding, Raquel Joda, and Diana Pavlaska. I don't know any of those people, but it sounds interesting. And then the second movie is Fame, a Temptation story, which is premiering on Saturday, April 26th at 7 Central. And it stars NAACP Image and BET Award winner Carrie Hilson and Juno Award winner Keisha Shantae. Hilson and Shantae are both known for their own chart-topping hits, star as sisters who are the hottest singing duo on the music scene, but both secretly wonder about the other's true intentions. After they live through a frightening robbery, the sisters must put aside the temptations for fame to be freed from their rivalry. Fame also stars Romeo Miller, Astacia Sanders, Nathan Witt, Veronica Long, Reese Alexander, and Sophia Carrie. Not sure, if I'm pronouncing that correct either. Now from that list, I know Romeo, Lil Romeo, not Romeo Miller. Okay. Oh, this sounds interesting. I don't know who the other young lady is, although they say she had music. But y'all let me know if you'll be watching. Sounds like something cool to get into. Now, something else that's coming to TV. So, Deadline reported that the viral YouTube dating series Pop the Balloon lands live Netflix order. Yvonne Orji is to host. So, if you all know, Yvonne Orji is from the series Insecure with um she's from the series Insecure with Issa Rae. She does comedy. She did have a stand-up special that was really good. And I wanted to see if there was more on it. Let me find the Deadline article that they got here and we'll read that. Of course, I'm cutting all of this out. Deadline, Yvonne Orji. All these damn ads. Okay, so Pop the Balloon is a viral dating series that has been sent up on. Sent up? Mm, who wrote this? All this I know I'm editing out as far as the audio, but okay. All right, rereading. Pop the Balloon is a viral dating series that has been parodied on Saturday Night Live. The Arlette annually created series, which began on YouTube, will now get its own live Netflix version. The streamer has ordered Pop the Balloon Live, a reimagined version of the digital series that will air every Thursday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time from April 10th. In the dating experiment, singles test their chemistry while trying to keep their balloon intact. As connections form and tensions rise, one thing is certain: when your balloon pops, so does your shot at love. The Netflix version will be hosted by Insecure star Yvonne Orji. Emily and her husband, Bolia Mantudu, have run nearly 50 episodes of Pop the Balloon or Find Love on her YouTube channel, which has soared over 100 million views. And I'm not sure if you all have watched Pop Balloon, but basically, if you haven't, find a small clip to put up here so that you can see what's going on. But basically, you are the person trying to date someone. You are coming into a room full of people who have balloons. These people have the balloon to represent their interest in you. If they pop the balloon, then that person is no longer in your availability of option for a person who you can now date. You could end up with no balloons popped and there are many options for you, or you could end up with all balloon popped and there are no options for you. Let me know what y'all think about this being a live version. I feel like I could take it or leave it. I really don't get into it. Like, I've watched clips of it and I laugh and giggle at them, but it's not something that I readily seek out in terms of content. Now, I will tell you, I did readily seek out when they had Wody on there from YSL just because of how funny to me he was during the YSL trial. So when I saw him come up in a Instagram post that he was on there, I went on YouTube and looked for the full video because I wanted to see what the man was saying because he was talking kind of wild to them people. Real Atlanta. Real Atlanta. But not something I feel like I will necessarily watch, but some new things coming to TV for your interest.
Somebody come look at this. Look at this. Somebody come and look at this. Look at this.
Now, y'all, I thought this was some foolery and some mess. Philly man who was awarded $4 million after being wrongfully jailed for 24 years for murder is back in prison for killing a man over a $1,200 drug debt. Sir, are you serious? Sir, are you sick in the brain? Sir, really? Okay. A Philadelphia man received a $4 million settlement from city officials after he served a 24-year sentence behind bars for a murder he did not commit is headed back to jail. Sean Thomas, now 50, pleaded guilty in court on Thursday to killing 38-year-old Akeem Edwards on January 3rd, 2023, over a $1,200 drug debt. The Philadelphia Inquirer reports he had previously been convicted of second-degree murder for the November 1990 shooting death of a Puerto Rican businessman and was sentenced to life in prison. But Thomas had long maintained his innocence, saying at the time of 78-year-old Domingo Martinez's death, he was incarcerated at a juvenile jail, according to the Innocence Project, which helped him get released in 2017. Attorneys from the organization discovered detectives knew Thomas had a potential alibi and even had 36 pages of undisclosed witness statements pointing to other suspects, but zeroed in on Thomas because of statements made by two alleged co-conspirators. Those co-conspirators' stories, however, changed over time, and one even wound up recanting his testimony, claiming that cops fed him a false story and assaulted him until he repeated it. The Philadelphia District Attorney's Office ultimately declined to retry the case, despite prosecutors saying they were not entirely convinced Thomas was innocent. Thomas was then released from prison and said at the time he had no animosity toward the police and planned to just move on forward, according to ABC News. 3 years later, he settled a suit against the city for $4.15 million. $4 million, guys. He had also joined a network of other Philadelphians who were freed from prisons after their convictions were overturned. There he met Keitra Veazey, whose brother Willie had his murder case overturned in 2019. The two dated on and off for 6 years, and last fall, Thomas asked her to connect him with her childhood friend Akeem Edwards to see if he might sell some Florida snow for him, prosecutors said. The ex-convict then gave Edwards a sandwich bag filled with drugs and told him to bring back $1,200 from the proceeds, which Edward never paid by January 3rd of 2023. Okay, so you have $4 million and you kill a man for $1,200. The math is not mathing. Like, don't fool with him no more. Beat him up. But did you have to take his life? One, over $1,200, and two, you're a millionaire, sir. Or have you spent all that money? Why were you back selling drugs after all this time? Had you done spun up the 4.15? Just silly. Now you about to go back. You was given the opportunity to get out. Yes, you was in there for 24 years. Yes, you were innocent on that, which now makes me look kind of like, for you to be able to take another life, you didn't take the first life, but for you to now take another life after that situation happened, like, really? Y'all tell me your thoughts.
I would say this. When I initially left, they did say they were going to hire 2 people. So that was always the plan. So I'm going to be honest, I don't know what's communicated to anybody. I know Jess was out on maternity leave, and I know that's tough too, coming back. I know she's expressed, having a baby, postpartum, all of those things take a toll. And Lauren works really hard. And Jess does too, like she's on the road. And I think part of why they hired her was because of that. Like she does comedy shows, she goes on the road. That adds a lot to the show.
Has a strong following.
Yeah. But I think a lot of times it is social media that tends to get people riled up. It's outside forces. It's not what's in the room, and that's what makes tension sometimes build. But what is good is when you can have a blow up and then work through it. And so we just have to see it publicly play out. But I think it looks like they're really working through it. And I feel like this can be an advantage because a lot of people can relate to blow-ups in the workplace, and then how do you move forward from that? Because sometimes the resentment can just build and build and build, and then everything falls apart. But if you can catch it early on, that's a good way to make sure, let's squash this.
Okay, so did y'all hear that? Angela Yee came real politically correct. But I like what she said because, one, she confirmed that when she was leaving, she knew that the intention was for 4 people. So that says that they were not lying to Jess about what their intentions were. But she also acknowledged that, hey, I don't know what was communicated. So very well, they were telling me, yeah, we're more than likely going to do 4 people now, adding 2 more people in your space, and not have communicated that to Jess. And they probably communicated to Lauren. Lauren's probably moving in the space of, yeah, there's going to be 4 people, and Jess is not clear on that. And I also like what she said about, being able to resolve it. If you've ever had a blow up at work, you ever got into it, which I have. Like, I work in what would be considered corporate America, and when you do have disagreements with coworkers, and it's very, like, I don't want to say volatile, but it's like it's intense in terms of the moments when you're having those. It is good when you can actually have a discussion, talk it out, work through it. Everybody comes to a resolution, and you're able to move forward and actually have a cordial working experience. So y'all tell me what y'all think about what Angela Yee had to say regarding the Breakfast Club drama. And y'all, I'm going to say shout out to Katt Williams doing big things. He has just purchased 117-acre property, a former Alabama military base with over 30 buildings, 3 million square feet of indoor space to create his own film studio. So Katt Williams, the renowned actor, comedian, and producer, has taken a bold step towards establishing his own film studio. This expansive site, formerly a military base known locally as Starships, includes more than 30 buildings and offers remarkable 3 million square feet of indoor space. The property, previously part of Fort McClellan in Anniston, was acquired earlier this year. While the exact purchase price hasn't been disclosed, reports suggest that it was brought through an LLC, with Williams frequently visiting during the acquisition phase. This venture positioned Williams alongside industry moguls like Tyler Perry, aiming to create a state-of-the-art This venture positions Williams alongside industry moguls like Tyler Perry, aiming to create a state-of-the-art film studio that could significantly impact the entertainment landscape. And this is awesome and amazing, and I think that more of our Black entertainers, whether that be rap, act, theater, any of those areas, I think they should start doing this. Whether or not they're doing it together and purchasing that land together, I think that this is an amazing, amazing, amazing feat. And shout out to Katt Williams for doing the daggone thing. Y'all tell me what y'all think. All right, y'all. Ran my mouth about that long enough. Let me know what you think down below. Make sure that you comment, make sure you like, make sure you share. Be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you can be notified the next time I come to run my mouth.